We are recording. I didn't say live. Again. Yes. So much win.
It's the little things that make you happy.
Yeah, well, what else does? I didn't get any new stuff, so I have to find other things to get happy about.
How?
I don't know.
I feel like based on how much you buy, you should receive something every day almost.
Yeah, well, you must think about Jay, not me. I don't buy that much stuff.
Every week then.
Okay, yeah.
Think about it. Are you joining 50 things a year?
About. But
See?
based on previous data, I can pretty much say that due to the delaying of all that stuff, and they have different delays, everything comes at the same point of time. I think this year, nearly all my boards I got were in the same months or 2 months or something. It was really freaky. I should have gotten something every 1 or 2 months this year, but it was all concentrated into a very short time frame.
Yeah, because everything was delayed.
Yes.
With slightly different delays.
Yes, exactly. So I can't. Yeah, well, I know. Now I understand what you're saying. I have to buy more. Now I get it. Sure.
Yeah.
Obviously. That's the solution, right?
I guess.
Well, I only did buy one. Oh, okay, no. I just wanted to say I only bought one keyset last month, but then I remembered I also joined a keyboard group buy, so that's out of.
Wait, what did you join?
Iron 156. Iron 165. I hate numbers.
Numbers are hard.
Yes.
Actually, kind of follow up from last week. Not from last week. What am I talking about? Not even from the last episode. So I don't know. Like 2 or 3 episodes ago, the HSA group buy is live, or at least some parts of it.
Both, I think. The black on white and.
Yeah, by some parts of it, I meant that the thing we were excited about is not live.
Yeah, exactly.
It's only ANSI at the moment.
Yes. And we're not talking not a UK kit or something else, just like plain ISO support. But David said that he already saw the fixed kits basically, and so JTK should have something along those lines soonish. But yeah, I would have bought a set instantly if I would have gotten basic ISO support. But with ANSI, I don't have any ANSI boards. On the other hand, we're currently making people build ISO boards that don't use ISO, so maybe we have to build an ANSI board at some point. I don't know.
That is definitely an option. Oh, one last thing I have to throw in. We were talking about how many keycap group buys are running on my keyboard, or just in general.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 at the moment. So you were wrong.
Oh, okay.
It is not stop. They don't stop.
Nope.
It's just the reality we live in.
10?
Yeah.
Dracula already finished.
GMK Bingsu, GMK Firefly, GMK Coral, then Cut Eternal, GMK Umbra, GMK Ultra Base, GMK Greek Beige Add-on Kit, GMK Phosphorus, GMK Delta, and GMK DMG.
Okay, but to be fair, most of these are closing in the next few days. They are not running through the whole month. So...
yeah, Phosphorus closes very soon.
I think it's closed today, or should have closed.
No, in 2 days. Closes in 2 days, but okay.
Yeah, and Coral, I think, closes in a few days.
Bingsu in 2 weeks.
Bingsu in 2 weeks.
Yeah, but still.
Okay, but that's more long running. I don't know if Cafe already closed or not.
That's already done.
Okay.
At least they don't have it on their website anymore.
Yeah, then it's done.
Yeah.
Dracula finished very strong, apparently.
Yeah, I saw it.
Maybe they gotten 1,500 base kits without extras.
Yeah, they were at least close enough to talk about it.
Yeah.
Of hitting 1,500 base kits.
Without extras. When they say we're hitting without extras.
Yeah. And we are having a group buy, kind of.
That's what I was trying to allude to and to segue, but once again...
Wait, my segue was way
Let's
better.
agree to disagree on that.
Yeah. For anybody who hasn't heard of it yet, first of all, why? What are you doing?
And where do you live?
But we are selling our enter keycaps finally. Finally, they're on sale.
Been long enough.
Yeah. So it's day 2 now. Group buy is open for about 30 hours, I guess.
Yes.
We sold around 100 of the 150 we have.
Which
Looking
is
good.
Insane.
Looking good. Yeah, it's insane.
when the numbers for the first, like, I don't know, 6 hours or so were up, I was like, what is happening? This can't be real. Because we thought we would maybe scratch the 100 or something in that ballpark at the end of the group buy, which is terminated for end of the month, basically. So,
yeah.
And now we have sold 2/3 of our caps in the first day. It's okay.
It's pretty good. I think kind of that has to happen.
Yeah.
I think you have to at least sell like half of it on the first day in order to make it. Like if you want to sell all of them, which for us doesn't matter because we have them already, so we don't have MOQ.
Right. And if we would have a normal running group buy with MOQ, we might have even sold more technically, because there were some people that asked if they could buy more than one key, which we currently don't do. We limited it to one per person to ensure that as many people as possible can get one.
Yes, and to help us with shipping.
Yeah, and
complexity.
That too. But the response and for the key and overall was very good. Besides the sale numbers, and so we're currently looking ahead into the future a bit and are thinking about additional group buys, or like something around 2-ish of this. And
something that what thinking about what other things we can do with it for fun, obviously for fun, because that's not a very serious group buy.
No, it's a total meme. I mean, the announcement posts played on that a lot, and so basically since the unveiling on Top Clack, we pushed the meme idea of it to the max.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, it was born as a meme. I remember like just photoshopping it for fun, because I was like, that would be a terrible idea.
Yeah, and then another terrible idea happened, which was, wait, can we ask GMK to make this? And the answer was yes, you can. Everybody can.
And now we're here, and 100 people already bought one of them. Oh, it's great.
It's nice that people enjoy a good meme. It's nice to be appreciated.
Let's see if we can one-up it in the future.
Oh, I think we can.
We have ideas.
Yes, and if we have proven one thing, it's that we can turn very bad ideas into very good stuff. So I don't say we have good ideas, but we have ideas.
Let's say we can sell very bad ideas.
Oh, that's even better. Yes, I think we've proven that too.
Yeah, but I will put the link in the show notes, because I expect that there are still keys available when this episode goes live.
Yeah, we hope. Well, on one hand, we don't hope that, but on the other hand, we do hope that it's the case. Yes.
If there's nothing left, the moment you hear this, there will be stuff in the future.
Yes, and we probably, if we close the group by early, we put an IC form instead of the sale form on the site. So you can register your interest in it, so we know how many people still want to buy one, so we can get a feeling for if a second group buy or whatever is actually doable.
Yeah.
That's for hawking our stuff, I think.
No, we also have wallpapers.
Oh, right. Exactly.
Our in-house designer was bored yesterday.
which is great.
Which is always great. Stuff gets made. Things are happening. We will have wallpapers on our website for download. I will also link them. They shouldn't be too hard to find, I hope.
They
we
will
haven't
be on
actually
the
made the site yet, but they will be there when you hear this.
Yeah, just go on the main page, and I think we'll have a link somewhere hidden, or not hidden, like displayed there. So wallpapers, main site, wallpapers, you'll find it.
Yeah. You've been on Top Click a couple of weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, or was it 1 week ago?
No, 3 weeks now. We are a bit behind schedule on our recording schedule. That's why it's 3 weeks, because I didn't have time last weekend, to be more precise. Yes, but right. I was filling in for Jay 3 weeks ago because he dared to go on vacation. Like, how can he?
Yeah, like an animal.
Yes, vacation. And he asked me beforehand if I was interested and able to be co-host for Brian instead of him. And it so happened that I actually could do it, because normally the recording time is something like 3 or 4 o'clock in the night for me, which normally isn't doable. I have to go to work next day. But that week, it actually so happened that I was also on vacation. Like, I didn't go to work. I had 3 days. And so I said, yes, for sure, I'll do it. And it had a lot of problems beforehand, because that week I decided to buy a new camera, like for photos. But I also realized that with the new camera, I would be able to use it as the main camera for streaming. And everybody who looked at stuff like that knows that a good DSLR or DSLM camera is always better than any webcam or whatever you can get or you normally use for this. So I was very happy that this could work out. But problem was that I ordered the camera adapter, like an HDMI grabber USB thingy from Amazon, and it would arrive on the Thursday, so the day of the recording, basically. And so I couldn't test it beforehand. And then I got all the stuff, and it was late in the evening because I was out all day. And then I set everything up, and then I realized I didn't have the right cable, because the camera uses micro HDMI or mini HDMI, whatever, and the capture card uses normal HDMI, and I only had a normal to normal HDMI cable. So I was like, new camera, can't use it, what the... And yeah, so... But then I realized that I actually live in a city, and it so happened. Well, I live in a part that could be classified as part of the city, if you so want to believe. And well, anyways, the point is Amazon Prime Now delivers to me, which means I could order an fitting cable with a 2-hour delivery window from 10 to midnight, basically. So, and I did that. They came at 11 o'clock or something, I think. And the cable fitted, everything worked. And then I just had to spend the next 2 hours in setting up lights and stuff, which didn't work out again. Other problems. But I was able to do it. And then we started recording. And it was a very fun episode. Very fun to do. It nearly went without any hitch, but as I'm doing stuff on stream, well, and not soldering or anything, but I'm on stream, so there has to be some kind of stuff that goes wrong, and just like small things. But overall, it was a very fun episode. It was fun to do, and if I ever get to do that again, I might say yes again, because
if you don't have to work the next day.
Well, yeah, if I can like do home office the next day or sleep in or something, maybe.
Home office after recording an episode of Top Clack at 4 a.m.
Well, yeah. If I can get a few hours of sleep in, that night I didn't sleep at all because we left for a weekend thingy the next day, and I had to get up at 7 anyways. So
that must have been fun.
Yeah, the next day was really, really fun. A lot of coffee and mate, and like everything was coffee. I just like gulped it away, but it worked. So overall, fun experience. Would do it again. And we'll have a link to the episode that features me in the show notes, and you can find it on the Top Clack YouTube channel. It says in the title, featuring Kwer, so should be easy to find.
Perfect. Yeah, check that out.
Yeah, exactly. And that's about it for the intro topics. We don't have any mail stuff, right?
No, nobody got anything. I mean, there's a small follow-up from last week's follow-up, I think, on my
last episodes.
One of the last episodes, where I was talking about my failing holy pandas again.
Right.
Because Emir said on our Discord server that he has the same issue. And it seems like it's just an issue with the drop holy pandas who are just failing after a while.
Which is really interesting.
It's really...
Well, no, it's just in contrast, because I have my Doro 67 built with the drop holy pandas. And after the last time we recorded, I was like, I have to check this out. And I plugged it in, every key works. There's not one failing key. So I have, maybe it's because I didn't use it at all in between. Maybe it's key press amount of thing. But I don't know.
Maybe I'm just terrible. Maybe it's just that.
You have terrible luck, maybe. Yeah. But yeah. Oh, I just looking over over my desk. I did get something from my keyboard because
see.
Yeah, well, no. In this case, David sent me some GMK screw-in steps over. These are the new ones. So for those that don't know, is that, well, not GMK, but Cherry, because these steps are actually made by Cherry for GMK, which I didn't know beforehand, but it's apparently so. And Cherry did what they already did with their keys beforehand, like a retooling. So they made new molds to do the parts. And in typical Cherry fashion, they changed the tolerances, or they didn't change, but that's just, they have tolerances, like Cherry tolerances. And now, especially on the spacebar steps, you get a lot of binding and scratchiness issues, because I have a macro shot of it. I'll see if we can put it in the show notes, where you can see one of the old step housings versus one of the new step housings, and you can clearly see that the newer ones have a smaller opening. So especially on large keys, where you maybe have a bit of more leeway or less leeway in that regard, it's easier for the step wire to get caught on the housing.
Yeah, or if you have I imagine if you use EPPT steps, not EPPT steps, EPPT keycaps, like their space bars are oftentimes just not perfectly straight, and oftentimes not perfectly lengthwise. Yeah. They might be a bit shorter or a bit longer, usually a bit shorter. Like I can imagine that this is can cause quite the issues then.
Yeah, exactly. And he did some tests, so David, and thinks he figured out a way to mod these so you don't have the problems anymore. And I said I'm willing to, I volunteer to try it out. But
Choose me as tribute.
Exactly. But I haven't gotten around to it yet, so I'm still want to do that. But yeah, as I didn't have time last weekend to do it, it's been pushed back in the queue. But so I did get something.
Yeah, people were also talking about Everglade steps,
which are probably just EVPT steps.
They do look completely identical.
Yeah, I'm waiting. I might get some Everglide steps. Steps. My God. In the future, it's still a bit off. So probably this has been blown over before any of that happens. But I'm wanting to look at them closely and see it. I think I have some step housings left from the Zeal steps.
They look completely identical from what I can see.
We'll see. But I think currently you have to use Superbuy or another service because you can't get these steps outside of Taobao, I think.
KP Republic sells them.
Oh, okay. Okay. So there is an easier way. Well,
but yeah, not all is bad.
Not everything.
They're in stock at KP Republic. All of them, yeah.
Yeah, there's that. Though some people might find the sourcing of these questionable because they probably are from the old EBP or like a clone of the EBPT molds or something, or rebranded or whatever. We don't know. And I think there has been enough discussion about EBPT steps.
Yes. Those are very likely the same molds. The material probably, I don't know. It might even be the same factory. Who knows?
You never know. And we don't have any on hand. And I think nobody I know of currently has some to compare. So we will see what the future holds on that. And what the future holds for GMK/Cherry steps. If there's because Cherry is not known for fixing these issues because there are not issues for them.
Yeah, Cherry is not known to recognize issues as an issue.
Well, it's according to spec. That's their answer for everything.
Mm-hmm. Exactly, yeah.
Anyhow, we still have like an actual keyboard topic to talk about this episode.
Yeah, and it's a surprise. When you sent it to me yesterday, it's like, oh, is hell freezing over now? What's happening?
Yes.
That was my first reaction.
Yeah.
Zambumon announced GMK Nautilus Nightmarres.
With the new kits. The
new kits. Updated kits, yeah.
Yeah, new kits on the block.
The keycap set itself has been shown already. But it has ISO support. And not only that, it has ISO UK and ISO DE support.
In one kit.
It
does an ISO DE UK kit.
Yeah.
What is happening? I can't believe this. I mean,
if there is a person who I would have thought would never offer an ISO kit ever again, it would have been Zambumon. And here it is, not only ISO, but ISO DE. What's going on?
And another thing, the base kit is an actual base kit because it includes numpad support.
Yeah, but who uses that? So
wait a second. No,
I don't, and what I'm using is obviously what everybody else has to use.
Yeah.
Did you not read the terms of service of the internet?
I forgot to read your terms of service, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it has to be said that the base kit previously didn't have numpad, and numpad was an extra kit. And
so his reasoning for the numpad inclusion is that he wanted to offer ISOs and extension kits, and so he wanted to offer a lot of extension kits. And currently, the way he maps it out is he has a 40 extension kit, an extension kit with like added small space bars and some weird short caps lock and more shift keys and an additional B key for like Alice kind of layout.
Yeah.
And then the aforementioned ISO UK ISO D set, and a novelty kit, and a spacebar kit. And his reasoning for the numpad to be back included with the core kit was he had to move something into the base kit, and the numpad was the obvious choice, which I agree on. From all of those, kit seems the most reasonable one to put back. I still understand why you would make numpad an extra kit if you don't have a lot of extra kits. But I mean, this way it's better for some people.
Well, it will depend on the price of the base kit in the end, or what people think about it. And I think the reasoning is sane, that putting with the other kits he's putting up, that putting the numpad back into the base kit makes the most sense. It wouldn't make sense to put the ISO kit he proposes into the base kit. But
I mean, the extension kit could make sense, but I don't know.
Yeah, but I think this is like, again, this minimum.
Yeah, it's more likely that you need a numpad than you need the weird keys of the extension kit.
Yeah, exactly. What I find interesting is about the ISO DE part of that ISO kit is that it's not complete in regard, because it doesn't feature the tertiary sub-legend keys, or like
it features some but not others.
Yeah, exactly, because you have it for the num row, but it's missing on the Q, E, and M key, for instance.
Yeah.
Well, I could understand leaving out the M key, but it's still the best sub-legend of them all. The Q and E key feel like should be there, because it's the @ and the euro symbol.
Yeah, I don't know. This is basically the opposite approach of what Oblivion did.
Yeah.
Oblivion's ISO, and for Oblivion it was the international kit. Oblivion's international kit it included everything you could possibly want. And I at the time already said, there is probably something that not everybody, like, that it's not 100% necessary, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And this is almost the opposite. Because, for example, the 2, he has a 2 key, which for ISO D uses a 2 and then the double apostrophe, and a tertiary key to the power of 2, I think.
Yeah.
That's how you say it. And then the ISO UK kit, which is the same key just without the tertiary legend, which I think, like, if he would have left out the tertiary legend for the 2 key and has 1 key less, that probably would have been fine by me.
Exactly, and that's what I was wondering. Like, I would have expected to leave out the 2 and 2 key for that,
and then the 3 key, because it would not make sense to have 2 and 3.
Yeah, but you need 3 has a different.
No, you need the 3, but leave away the tertiary legend, because it looks strange to have.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
The legend for the 3, but to the power of 3, but not to the power of 2. But yeah,
but that only makes sense if GMK has already molds for keys like that. If they have, that could be a reason why it's in there, because like the keys only exist in that way.
Yeah, they could be. But yeah, I'm not incredibly worried with the Q and the E, mostly because I'm 80% of the time using a Mac, and those 2 legends are wrong on the Mac anyways. So,
okay, sure, but I think,
so are a lot of others in the number. So,
well, yeah. I mean, I just feel. I think, like I said, the M key, I can see that you leave it out, because that sub legend, nobody uses it. It looks cool.
It's mostly a novelty.
Yeah,
to be fair.
At this point, it's a novelty, but it looks cool. But the Q, so the @ at the Q and the euro symbol at the E is something people actually use, and I mean,
yeah, I can see that. Yeah,
so
it would probably be a better kit if that would be included.
Yeah, especially if you're already reducing the kit to German and UK support only for the ISO parts. I feel like those 2 keys more or less wouldn't have hurt that much.
But it would have been nice, those 2 keys extra. But I mean, guess, like, this omits the angry alt we were talking about with Oblivion. And I'm
that
totally
key-
fine with that.
that key has to be in there. Angry alt is the best alt.
Yeah, but like it's also mostly a novelty.
In a way, yes. In a way, no. Or yes, but actually no.
Because I think everybody refers to it as right alt anyways.
Yeah, sure. And that's as long as you are mapping it in that way and you know that it's there, it's fine.
Because
I know.
like nobody even knows what the GR stands for. And it doesn't stand for anything, and it doesn't stand for anything that's it has no real relationship anymore with what it does. So it's just the right alt works a bit differently.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. If there was an argument like you could have either the angry alt or the sub-legended Q&E, I would definitely go for the sub-legended Q&E. So there's that. I can understand the argument.
But I guess that's a nice in general. This kit from Nautilus Nightmares is a very nice minimal ISO support kit. For what I suggest is the 2 biggest ISO markets.
Yeah, and that's I asked in the thread about it, but I haven't had a response until we record the episode. So if maybe we update, like if we can edit it in or something, we'll have it now. But anyways, I asked exactly that if this design kit or the design of the kit is because some numbers suggest that UK and DE are the two ISO markets with the largest buyer base or something. So
I mean, I would suggest that just from like my gut feeling.
Sure. No, I mean,
because if you look at the other things that Nordic kits usually support is Swedish, Norwegian, and I think Danish.
Yes.
But like all those 3 countries are like way smaller as well as a market for keyboards in general.
Yeah.
Although Sweden is quite strong, but still, I think the German market is still bigger. Is it sad that it doesn't include every the Nord part of Nordic kits? Yes, but I think, yeah, I mean we are biased here, right? It includes our language, so we are fine with it. And if it would be only Swedish, Norwegian, and Danish, we would be angry. Why German is not part of it? But
from a business standpoint, I can understand the idea of doing it this way because you have less keys, and but still support the 2 biggest markets, or probably the 2 biggest markets. Or maybe UK is just in there because it's so easy to support because it's 5 keys or something.
Yeah.
So it's not a lot. Oh, I think it's... Well, you have the shift. Oh, you have 2 there. It's 5 keys, I think, besides the enter key. But it's a relatively easy and low kit to make. And DE probably just for the user base.
With the fact that the base kit has no ISO support at all.
Yeah.
I can see that this might help the kit get to MOQ because it will be cheaper.
Yeah,
and if you just want ISO at all, you can just use the UK version of it.
Yeah, exactly. It's minimal. It's a kind of minimal ISO support.
Yeah, and it's like not $85. I would guess, like Oblivion was.
We will see, but I'm hoping this will be around the 30, 40 maybe.
Yeah, I'm curious about the pricing in general because the reason why it's called Nautilus Nightmares is because the novelties are the Nautilus.
No additionals. It's redesigned. The only thing
is the Ansi Enter.
Yes.
Okay, so it is redesigned. So it has additional molds and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
At least for the novelties.
Oh yeah, and what I wanted to mention is this kit is not render bait, but monitor bait. When you sent me that, I was using my PC and there are 2 monitors plugged into my PC, which is like a 10-year-old gaming monitor, and my 4K monitor, which I also use with with my Mac. And one of them is a terrible 10-year-old TN panel, and the other one is a not so terrible color calibrated 10-bit IPS panel. And this set looks completely different on both monitors. Like, so I would suggest when this ends up on drop where it's sold, check it out on like multiple screens. Look at it on your phone, on your computer, on your laptop, maybe if you have one, because it will be somewhere in the middle. As I said, like long ago in an episode, the bluish green area is the one where like most monitors are struggling, and this set is bluish green, so it's right in there.
And the red tones of the accent color could be shifted. And it's some kind of brownish reddish color, and I think that's something that's also a bit problematic.
Yeah.
So yeah,
it's just like this is just the weakness of the screens we have. This set particularly is very dangerous for that.
Yeah, it's not that it won't be what Zambumon envisions, because
I'm pretty sure it will be. Yeah,
it will be exactly that, because we know that Zambumon and GMK work very well together on his other sets. The color matching was always what he expected. But in this case, it might be a case of people not getting that what they're seeing or wanting from that.
Yeah, because your screens are lying to you.
Exactly. So that will be interesting, especially if there will be, I don't know if Drop does that. Runners usually now release pictures of their samples they get from GMK.
Yeah. But which again, those have the same problem.
Yeah, but it's something. At least you have like if it's a real world picture, yes, I know.
Yeah,
showing it on the monitor, but you have at least a somewhat different reference point.
That is true. Yeah,
than just rendering, because rendering itself is a bit of problematic towards colors. So, yeah. Not that shooting. Like photographing real stuff is not equally problematic when it comes to colors, because I looked at that with the new camera, and I have new lights and everything, and I'm currently looking into color grading and stuff like that, and well, it's really hard to get correct colors.
The thing is, there's a reason why the easiest way to make your monitor really expensive is color gambit.
And you still need to pay for a color calibrating tool, except if you buy one of the professional monitors that have been pre-calibrated.
If you have a monitor that is made to be color correct, then it usually has a way to color correct itself constantly.
Yes.
But then you are like easy in the 4 digits for a monitor, which nobody of us uses.
Nope.
Or
and you can
anyways.
Those types of monitors are for one thing only, for color grading. Those are like special monitors. Gaming on them or something would be probably not a good idea.
No.
So, yeah, and most of us, including me, don't have the money to spend on a single-purpose monitor.
Yeah.
So yeah. It's definitely going to be interesting, but the thing that surprised me was the revised kit design with the ISO-DE UK kit. That's a first, and will be very interesting on pricing and on reception. And yeah,
I actually like the colors.
That's surprising.
Yeah,
honestly,
I like the green. I'm not sure what. Well, I think it would look good on black boards. With the green boards, you have the problem, like the ones he has rendered, is they have to kind of fit perfectly.
But that's the usual problem you have with color fitting key sets. It's the same like if you look at, let's take red boards and Red Samurai, for instance. The red has to be a very specific kind of red to fit the colorway from Red Samurai. I think the one Tombury did, I think that was a red Singer he had with Red Samurai on it. was really good. That fitted really well. But I think there are often very much brighter reds that won't work. So, and the same with white or whitish keycaps and whitish boards. That's something you easily spot when it's different. So,
yeah, what I was thinking about is like a lot of the green keyboards have been more like in an olive tone.
Or neon greenish, like really.
Yeah. And I don't think that would fit that well.
Yeah.
Probably looks better on silver or like he has on
grayish. Because
acrylic black.
Is it black though? It looks like gray to me.
What the 65?
The first render. Yeah, the 65.
Oh, that's black. That's black.
Because it looks almost the same color as the keycaps, the accent colors.
Yeah, but the accent colors are warmer.
Are they though? Are they?
On my screen, they are.
On mine, not really.
And
I recently color calibrated my monitor, so.
Yeah, but if you can't show the colors.
Yeah. Anyhow, it might be black. It might again just proof of this problem we're discussing again. But yeah, I will look forward to it in the real world. But I'm probably not going to buy it. For one, it's on drop, and it's just
yeah. So one thing I wanted to say, and the reason why a Zambumon kit even has ISO support is drop. I'm pretty sure that the only reason why he even offers ISO support is drop.
That might very well be.
Yeah. So the reason why Europeans don't want to buy it is the same why it offers support for the keycaps sets. I mean,
they have a European warehouse. They just don't use it for this stuff. They just use it for audio stuff.
The problem this set has that a lot of the previous sets didn't is that there are a lot of other sets not sold on drop.
That much is true.
Yeah. And I think there will be the point where even drop will not offer ISO kits anymore. Because the kits that have ISO kits can be sold outside of drop.
Yeah, but it's also...
And then it's even better for Europeans because the prices are not as silly.
Yes. But here's another thing. I think that drop itself for keycap sets is slowly fading out. I don't think that in a year or so we will see... Well, not maybe in a year, it's too short of a time frame, but I really believe that at some point drop won't offer keycap sets anymore because there is no reason for it anymore from a designer's perspective, at least. Like you get so many vendors now and they all work together.
And they want to be part of like they do the shipping for you. They do all the hard parts for you as a designer. Like you don't need drop for anything and it just makes it
and
better for everybody.
Key sets show you don't even need it to get the numbers. Dracula is not on drop, but sold nearly 1,500 base kits.
Yeah.
And yes, and I think that's the point. Like drop, nobody in the community needs drop anymore. So we will see how that goes in the future.
Yeah. No, but I agree with you. I can see that in the long run this will go away.
Yes.
And maybe that is the reason why drop like makes switches now with like the Holy Pandas and stuff. So they don't get out of the community completely.
Yeah, they're also, I think, reorientating like others do from the hardcore enthusiast market to the entry-level market.
Yeah.
With like their keyboards. And I think currently is again their minimalistic styled Red Samurai kits, like that are done in a way that they fit the boards they are selling. And only those. Mm-hmm. I think those are up again as in-stock items. And I think they will do more of that in the future. Like boards, custom designed boards for entry-level prices and like these keycap sets that fit those boards. But I think the enthusiast community will not use drop anymore in the near future.
Yeah, because there's no need to anymore.
Exactly. Which is, as you said, very good for Europeans.
Yeah.
Because you just have to remind yourself that if you buy a key set from like a GMK key set from Drop, it gets shipped from Germany to the US into a warehouse, packaged and stuff like that, and then shipped back to Germany, for instance, if we buy something.
Yeah.
And often other European countries also route through Germany. And there are so many stories of shipping just going horribly wrong because whatever fulfillment center Drop uses doesn't understand the necessary labeling laws for Europe. There are so many stories about packages getting returned by customs because they were not correctly labeled.
Yeah.
And
custom declaration is not easy, but if you work with it, then you probably...
If it's your job and you're getting paid for shipping stuff to another country, you can expect these forms are not that hard. It's not like you're shipping, I don't know, dangerous stuff or something like that. It's you just have to write what is in the package and the price, and it has to be in a way that customs people understand it. So I shipped stuff internationally, and it wasn't that hard. So yeah, and that's another reason. And like we said, they have a European warehouse now. Why they're not using it more is it's not understandable.
Yeah, maybe it's just a tiny room, not a warehouse.
It's just like one guy somewhere in Europe.
Yeah.
From his basement. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, in the future, it won't be important for us anyways. Yeah. Or it has stopped being important for us.
Yep.
So I still hope, please send me my Oblivion Round 2 package, please. And label it correctly. Because I expect shipping to happen this month. That was the last indicator they gave per mail. It should be end of this month. And I really hope that there are no problems with this. Been waiting way too long. Next time, whenever we record, I hopefully will have received some stuff. I'm waiting for a long list.
And we can wrap up our group buy.
I hope we record before that again, to be honest.
Well, maybe we hit 150. That's what I meant.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. Probably tomorrow if this go on.
Everybody who hasn't bought one yet, buy one.
Exactly.
Because if we hit 150, we will ship them early. It's that easy.
That's good for everyone. And we're even more inclined to do another run in the future because these are obviously selling.
Yeah.
So I guess this is it for this episode.
It is indeed.
Got through another one. Well then. Until next time.
Bye.
Bye.